What's up, guys? Been a super busy day. Been working around the property. Just getting ready to go down into the garage to take a look at a couple things, work on a couple things. Last week when I was changing my oil, I noticed some drops of oil on the ground. So here are the drops. And I thought it was engine oil at first. The engine oil was due and it was pretty dark, and I thought that maybe with the overheating issues that I had recently, that maybe there was, something leaking. Maybe the block had warped, or the head gaskets or something like that were leaking. I looked around the car, I couldn't find where the oil was coming from. So I'm getting ready to put it back up on the lift here now and take a look at it and see if I can find where it's coming from. I'm suspecting it's the power steering, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm getting ready to take a look at that right now. Like I said, guys, last week when I changed my oil, I was trying to find out where this leak was coming from. I noticed that it had been collecting here. There's a couple drops here and here. It's pretty far back from the motor. Obviously the transmission's back here. Really, that's the bell housing, and the transmission's back here. So there's nothing back there. This is where it's sitting on the ground. It's coming from approximately this area. I don't see anything here now, but the only thing I do see is that the power steering here looks like we may have a leak there. That's the only thing I see. I don't see anything else. Like I said, the engine sits up there. It's much further forward than where the leak's coming from, and more to the right-hand side of the vehicle. So I think this is going to be a power steering leak. I'm gonna try and see what I can do here real quick. While editing this video, I realized that this part of the video did not record for some reason. But anyway, so what I did here is I just cleaned up the area around this power steering drain plug, and it was loose, so I tightened it up. It wasn't real loose, but it was kind of loose, and I tightened it up. Anyway, I think that is the cause of the leak, and then I put the car back down and checked the power steering fluid level, and so I'll show you that now. Alright, guys, so I'm just looking at this. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. The power steering level is about right. It's maybe a little bit on the low side. It's towards the low side on the hot, but in between the cold marks, it's right in the middle. So I'm just going to leave that as is for now, but I got another project to work on, which I'll show you now. So the other thing I need to work on here is my motorcycle grips. Particularly the throttle grip has been slipping. These are heated grips. I put these on the bike several years ago, maybe 7-8 years ago, maybe not quite that long ago, but I don't ride this thing a whole lot. One of the reasons I moved to the mountains was to get out here and ride more. Just been busy with a lot of other stuff, but nevertheless, plan to do some more riding with this thing. I've tried to fix this grip several times. I've taken it off, re-glued it. It seemed that the grip inner diameter was maybe just a little bit too large for the throttle. And so last time I did this, I actually added some electrical tape inside on the throttle just to make things a bit tighter, and that seemed to help a lot. But it lasted for about 6 months or so. Again, not riding real often, but it stayed pretty good for a while. And as you see, I also have these zip ties on here. I was trying to crimp it down a bit, but it's definitely getting really loose again. So I'm going to take that off and try to reapply some new adhesive. So it appears that the electrical tape that I put on here actually is what came loose. I'm just going to try to clean up this throttle grip here a little bit, clean out the inside of the actual grip itself, and then reapply some adhesive. I wasn't sure what I'd use to clean this off with. I thought about some brake clean. I'm out of that. I just ended up using this pass load cordless tool cleaner I have for one of my framing nail guns. It just cleaned it up real nice. So you never know, just some kind of solvent to clean off the greasiness that was left over from the electrical tape adhesive. And so now I'm going to put on some handlebar adhesive. For this, I'm going to be using the Pro Honda hand grip cement. I talked to the guy at the store today when I was purchasing this. He asked me what kind I'd used in the past. Honestly, I can't remember. But he told me that this Honda stuff is supposed to be the best out there. He said it's really a strong adhesive, and that you know, with like thinner grips that you might see on like motocross bikes and stuff where they wear out quickly. He said if you're not careful, this can eat like pretty much straight through those. But he said with these sticker grips, it should be perfect. So I'm going to try that out now. Alright guys, I'm just going to leave this set overnight. The directions say to allow it to set for at least 6 hours. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully all is well, because tomorrow I've got a big day planned. Heading up to Tail of the Dragon. Going to go check out some exotic and sports cars event that is going on up there. And then I'm going to head on up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee to meet my brother and one of his friends to hang out for the evening. So I've got to get packed up here and finish up laundry and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, you know what to do. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit subscribe. And until next time, stay tuned.